Hi, good morning everybody. This is Nicholas Teo from CMC Markets here in Singapore. Today the 4th of September. Markets had a good move in Europe last night on the back of comments by Mr. Draghi suggesting that they will do whatever they take or whatever it takes for them to actually engineer growth and get inflation back once more. That includes modifying and actually adding to the QE program that they have that will probably go through to next summer itself. Now this lent a bit of a cheer where stock markets were concerned as the euro got whacked down hard. The euro, as we see in this chart here, was brought down to test once more the 50-day moving average. It held and it's still steady down here. The euro basically having settled between the 200-day represented by this blue line here and this 50-day represented by the green line down here remains in a very tight range. As the euro, since the beginning of this year, when QE started in March anyway, has been trading up on this trend channel. All eyes will then go back to the US tonight, where I think, needless to say, this is going to be the most significant number greeting markets tonight with the US August payroll numbers. The payroll numbers are expected to be reported at about 8:30 local time, and the market's calling for a number of roughly 220,000. 220,000 number, or a number between 200 to 250 is probably going to be within market's range and market's estimates. Any number above 250 is probably going to scare the market into expecting a Fed move in a couple of weeks' time. Essentially, everybody's on standby watching this number with regards to what they will do next. If you look at some of the US indices last night, on the back of Mr. Draghi's speech, we saw a big bounce up, but only to close to its low, where most of the American indices were concerned. The Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq all ended closer to the lows of the day rather than the high. This morning we are seeing, the index or the futures for the index basically trading at a very tight range as we wait tonight's number. Also looking forward, China remains on holiday, which is actually a good respite for quite a bit of which adds to the calm of the last 2 days. But Hong Kong has resumed trading once more, ticking up slightly, or about just 1% or so. But most markets across the region have sold into any bounce this morning, led largely by the Nikkei, trying to sort of rescue and trying to save and hold the 18,000 level or so. But at the end of the day, these are all just housekeeping sort of actions as I think market waits for this big payroll number later today. I just want to talk about gold for a while. Gold all along has not traded like gold at all. In the state of maximum panic, this move down here, although it's significant, is nothing compared to the slide that we have seen gold take the last 1.5 years or 1 year or so. Essentially, gold moved down again last night on the back of the strong US dollar against a weak euro on the back of Mr. Draghi's comment, and it has fallen back below once more the 50-day moving average. That it has taken quite a bit of time to actually punch through, but unable to hold. Remains to be seen. Essentially, tonight's number on the payroll side could also influence this number or influence this commodity or this precious metal in a certain way. The other thing worth mentioning is today in Singapore there was a bit of a rebalancing where the FTSE STI index were concerned. Over last night after the market closed, the FTSE STI announced some changes to indices. This included an inclusion of the SETS, Yangzijiang, and UOL, all of which are traded at close to a high of today, popping up on the back of an inclusion into the index. On the other hand, the FTSE STI took out Jardine Strat, Jardine Med, and also a certain Olam from that component stocks. But essentially, things are just strolling along, waiting for bigger action to come into play. Without China or China's influence, I think things are going to be quiet for most of Asia's trading day anyway. Thank you very much.